Welcome back to Demystifying Fats and the Truth About Sugars. So far in our last 5 videos, we've talked about the history of how fats are demonized and what are good fats and bad fats. We've talked about sugars, carbohydrates, and how they sneaked into our foods without us knowing it. We've also talked about metabolic syndrome and how you can check for yourself if you have metabolic syndrome or not. We have included the links below in our previous episodes so that you can go back and watch it. But before we wrap up this series on demystifying fats, let's just quickly introduce ourselves. We are the Foolish Couple. My name is Minna, and this is my husband, Andy.
Now, we made this video series because we're fed up with so many lies. As children raised in Chinese households, our parents always taught us what we should eat and what we shouldn't eat. What our parents thought were healthy for us, many of them were actually lies. Not because our parents didn't love us, but because they were also being lied to us by the food companies and pharmaceutical conglomerates. And it took us many years to learn the real truth. The truth about the foods that we put into our body, the truth that what we were being used to eating every day are actually slowly poisoning our bodies. We grew up thinking that fats made us fat, and fat gave us high cholesterol, which leads to heart attacks. But that's not entirely true. Sugar is sweet, and it's a white crystal we put into our foods. It's found in the desserts we eat, that eating too much sugar would rot our teeth.
Now today, we're going to talk about hybrid engines. No, we're not talking about the new cars that are out there. We're actually referring to our bodies. Now, can you explain how a metabolically efficient body functions like a hybrid engine and how it can prevent or reverse chronic conditions such as diabetes, high blood pressure, and even Alzheimer's?
In terms of evolutionary biology, for about 3 million years, our ancestors were in a feast or famine mode all the time. When we had the opportunity to feast, we would convert what we ate to energy, and our liver would convert any excess calories to fat in the form of triglycerides. During famine periods when food was scarce and hard to find, our bodies would then convert the deposited fat to ketone bodies for fuel. Ketones as a fuel source are more efficient than carbohydrates. Ketone bodies generate more energy, or ATP, than carbohydrates. Ketones are also cleaner burning than carbohydrates because they don't make as many free radicals. When carbohydrates is used to generate energy, it also makes free radicals, which are agents that can literally damage the nucleus and mitochondria of your cells when they are in excess. Our bodies were designed as a hybrid engine to burn sugars when it is available and fat that is stored when sugars are not available. Now, at the end of the day, it's our epigenetics that determine what chronic problems we will have. What switches our genes on or off to have a certain disease is determined by our diet, physical activity, and various environmental factors such as smoking, drinking, the toxins in our air, our water, our environment, and our stress level. Cortisol, or stress hormone, literally just destroys your brain cells.
So epigenetics is what switches your genes on and off, and we can control that. Does that mean that our genes do not really determine our destiny? That if our parents had diabetes or cancer, for instance, it doesn't mean that we definitely will?
That is absolutely correct. Epigenetics is a choice. We have a choice what we eat, how we exercise, and smoke, drink, or handle stress. 70% of the diseases we get are due to our choices and our lifestyle. Eating natural, higher fat diets balances our insulin, reduces inflammation inside our bodies. Now, we know that inflammation makes you feel sluggish, depressed, tired, weary, irritable, and impulsive. All these things are related to the epigenetic factor of our diet.
So lowering inflammation and stress to our body will turn off or will not switch on bad genes that may cause chronic diseases in the future. That's good to know because so many people believe that just because their parents have a certain disease, they're doomed to have that too. Now we know that is not true. Our health really is dependent on our lifestyle. So if we choose an inflammatory lifestyle, we're taking a risk to chronic diseases. But if we choose to live an anti-inflammatory, healthy lifestyle, then we can actually turn off our bad genes and live a healthier life. But doesn't the body prefer carbohydrates as fuel? I hear that the body needs carbs to feed the body and the brain. I mean, we play badminton with friends every week, and we often see them needing to eat a banana or a protein bar or energy drinks because they are so exhausted and they need the quick burst of energy to keep them going. However, we never feel hungry during a game, or we never feel the need to recharge ourselves with food. So are our friends normal, or are we just weird?
Actually, it depends on what you define as normal. If normal means how most people are, like 95% of the general population, then we're not normal. However, biologically, when we're born, our bodies are designed to burn fat when carbohydrates are not available as an energy source, which is what you and I are using as fuel source during our badminton games. So biologically speaking, we're actually the ones considered normal. The problem is that most people have trained their bodies to only burn carbohydrates as an energy source. They are constantly feeding the body with carbohydrates, and then they are consuming bad polyunsaturated fats that kills the mitochondria inside their cells. Our liver needs our mitochondria to be healthy in order to generate energy from fats. People who have metabolic syndrome are not metabolically efficient, so their bodies does not know how to burn fats as fuel, and it could only burn carbohydrates.
I know that my body used to be a carb burning engine. I mean, if I ever skipped a meal, I would feel nauseous and sick to the stomach, and all I want to eat is some carbs like rice, bread, or noodles. And it took me some time to convert my own body to learn to burn both types of fuel. And it feels great. Now I don't need to eat. I choose to eat because I want to, not because I have to, and not because my stomach is upset. So is there any added benefits to running our body as a hybrid engine? After all, most people seem to be running running on carbs just fine.
Yes, you can run on carbohydrates as your main source, but this leads to inflammation in your bodies, causing weight gain, fatty liver, and fatty pancreas. You're basically playing Russian roulette with your life. You have a loaded gun pointing to your head, and at any point you will develop a chronic condition such as diabetes, high blood pressure, joint pains, cardiovascular problems, and perhaps even cancer. However, if you can train your body to be metabolically efficient and be able to use fats and ketones as fuel, even when you're hungry, the hunger doesn't control you like when you depend on carbohydrates. When blood sugar drops and you normally have lower energy and get brain fog, you don't need to eat a banana or energy bar for fuel. If you're metabolically efficient, your body will be able to convert the stored fats to ketones to supply energy to your muscles and to your brain. Now, here are some fun facts about ketones. Ketones as an energy source are anti-inflammatory. Ketones can starve and kill cancer cells because cancer cells does not have the enzyme succinylcholine coenzyme transferase. Wow, what a mouthful. That's needed to use it as energy. Cancer cells actually thrive on sugars from carbohydrates. Ketones is a better source of energy than sugars for the brain because it passes the blood-brain barrier easily and is also a cleaner fuel. Now, let me tell you a secret. If you are an athlete or if you play sports, you use 20% less oxygen when you use ketones for energy for the same amount of energy output. That is my secret weapon when I play badminton and seem to have endless energy for hours without getting tired. You will never see me periodically refueling with carbohydrates like a banana, energy bar, or energy drinks. My body is naturally burning stored fat as energy. It's a win-win situation. You're burning calories through movement and burning fat at the same time. Now, who doesn't want their bodies to run like a hybrid engine, right?
I know that I'm feeling a really big difference when I reset my body and retrain my body to burn as a hybrid engine. So nowadays, I don't need to eat carbs. Sometimes I do because I choose to, not because I must eat it or I would never feel full. And that process is actually not as difficult and painful as you may have imagined. The benefits are just awesome. I can feel the fat going away around my waistline and my back fat has reduced quickly. If you want to learn to be more metabolically efficient like us, make sure that you join our mailing list. Now in January, just in time with your New Year's resolution, we're going to help you achieve your health goals. We are releasing our 6-week Focal Body Reset program to help you turn your body into a hybrid fuel-burning engine. So whether you want to lose weight, gain muscle, lose body fat, reduce inflammation, or just to gain overall health and vitality, or you just want to look and feel younger and healthier, this program will work for you. Now the Focal Body Reset program will restore your body to run like it is designed to. Not only will your body be able to burn 2 types of fuel, but your body will also regenerate new stem cells to repair your body. So sign up now so that you'll be notified first when we release our program.